Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to be doing a review of the Logitech BRIO 4K camera, and by the way, I am using it right now. There's a lot of other videos that are out there that talk about how good of a camera this is streaming. I personally don't care about that. This review is going to be a lot different than those type of videos. Now, if you do want to watch those type of videos, you can literally go on YouTube and find any other type of video. It's been regurgitated over and over again, so you can check that out. So I'm going to be using this camera as a point down camera for DIY projects, soldering, and just anything in between there. So it will just only be facing down at my desk, and that's it. So this review will be about that. So I have had some hands-on use with this camera, and there's some things I like and dislike about it. So these are the cons and pros. I'll be doing the cons first, that way you can be disappointed until you're not disappointed anymore. So the first issue I had was color. It looks way off. It's not natural and quite horrible. However, you can change it in the settings and make it look a lot better. So I do want to say I will be using this thing for OBS only. I am not going to be using the, what is it here? The Logitech Capture. I am going to be talking about that later. I'm not going to be dealing with it right now. There's some things I like and dislike about that too, but this whole entire review will be around OBS and this camera. So I'm not using it for anything else but this. I'm going to click on BRIO. That's what I named it to. You can change it to anything that you want, but yeah, let's go to configure video. And this is what I have it set to. So brightness is 128, contrast is 128, saturation is 128, same thing with sharpness. White balance, every single time that you go to relaunch OBS, this always changes back to auto or the numbers change. However, I find the sweet spot is usually about 4930 to about 5000. This is what it looks like originally, and it kind of looks greenish and it just looks pale. It doesn't look right. So I find, like I said, the sweet spot would be about 4930. Anything similar or close to it is how you want to keep it. So that's what I like to keep it at. Gain, there's really no point of changing that, and the backlight, you can if you want, but it doesn't really make a difference. Now for zoom, it's really up to you if you want to change that or not. Focus, there's a major issue with the focus on here. I will show you that later though. Exposure, I do have it set to -4 right now. However, you can turn it up, and as you can see, everything looks exposed. You got this bright spot on my face, and it doesn't look too good. So I kept it at this. It looks natural, although it's really dark in the background and all that, but this looks really good. So yeah, you can change this if you want. As you see, even that has really no effect on anything. There is another issue too with the resolution. I have noticed that if you stick it to 4096 by 2160 or even 3840 by 2160, the video will start to slow down and it won't be synced with the audio. So that's kind of a big bummer. However, you can put it to 2560 by 1440. This might be just an issue with my computer. I am running off of a USB 3.0 port, and maybe if you run it off of something a little bit faster, this wouldn't be an issue. However, my system is quite old now. It's an old Alienware Aurora R4. It's just about close to being 10 years oldish, somewhere around there, but your mileage could vary on that one. But I definitely recommend keep it on the highest FPS video format, any or MPEG. Usually MPEG would do just fine. Either way, it doesn't really matter for me, but yeah, this is the settings that I have. So the next big con would be the autofocus. It's an issue. It's seriously an issue. I looked through the change log and they were supposed to fix this problem, but they didn't seem to fix it, and my camera is up to date on its last firmware. So maybe if they actually do fix it eventually, it would help. But I got to keep it on manual because it likes to focus in, focus out, focus in, focus out, and it does that constantly. Even when you're trying to hold something up to the camera, it can't figure out exactly what it's trying to focus in on, and it tries so hard. You don't want it to do that pulsing. That's really, really bad for the video. It's best to keep it on manual. It's kind of a pain in the butt. So if you want to show something up close, you got to go back into the settings, change the focus, keep it there, and then talk about whatever it is, and then bring it back down to where you want, and then fix the focus again. So that sucks. So the final con with this camera
is the lighting.
So the Logitech 4K camera is supposed to be really good in low light conditions, but its sacrifice is lots and 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 lots of noise. Did I say lots? I mean lots more noise. I have a light beside me, as you see right here, pointing directly at me. I have a fluorescent bulb up here, which is on right now, and I have bought a ring light off of Banggood, which is quite bright as is. I did highly customize it in order to make it even brighter. I don't have that mod on right now, but I just wanted to kind of give you a rough idea in a natural environment. I'm going to show you what I mean. So I'm going to turn this light off, turn this off. I'm going to turn my ring light off, and I'm going to turn the exposure back to auto, back to its default settings. And holy crap, look at this. You see lots of noise everywhere, and it's fairly bright in my room right now. The sun is shining, so you kind of see that overexposure on me right now. But I'm going to turn this light on. See, some of that noise has disappeared. Same with this. It's still there, but not as bad. Now the ring light. And it's still there. You can see it on the bed right there and on the floor down by the monitor or TV, whatever. It looks a lot better when you have a bunch of lights. Now I'm going to turn the exposure back to -4. That's my manual setting that I have right now. And as you see, it's a lot better. However, I am sacrificing that darkness in the background, but it looks a lot better. I'm not overexposed. And this is how I have it set up. And I'd recommend definitely getting lots of light for this camera. Now, I bet it would look even better if I had one of those big giant LEDs that have 2 power supplies and a massive water-cooled heat sink. You know, those ones that you probably seen a video of it pointing in somebody's yard in the middle of night and it looks like it's daytime. Imagine having one of those pointed at you. I wonder if all the noise would disappear with this camera. That's if you're not blinded first. For a web camera, the quality is actually quite good. Sure, for 4K you would expect it to be way better, but it's decent enough to get the job done. The field of view is far better than any others before it. This is perfect for facing down at my desk. This camera does have a tripod mount. It's super perfect for my tripod setup, which I'll show later. Too bad not all Logitech cameras came with one. My old C910 camera never did, so I had to customize it years ago. The microphones on this camera aren't that bad. However, I don't need them because I have my Blue Yeti and it sounds far, far better. But have a listen. So this is what it sounds like talking through the BRIO. I'm not using any filters. This is just raw directly for the camera. And yeah, it sounds not too bad. However, I'm kind of curious. I'm going to be putting some of my filters on here. I want to actually hear it for myself, see how good it really is. So I now have my filters on the Logitech BRIO. This should sound a lot better now. But I don't know. I haven't heard it for myself yet. So you guys are hearing it first. Technically, also, I'll be hearing it first because I do got to edit this video, but you get the idea anyways. So I want to hear it for myself. I'm kind of curious. So it doesn't sound too bad. However, I think if I adjusted the volume on it a little bit, it would sound a lot better. I'm pretty close to this microphone, and from the camera to my mouth, it's a little bit further away. So yeah, if I was talking close to the camera, I bet it sounded a lot better. It doesn't sound bad. I just wouldn't recommend using it. I'd recommend getting a mic like this or something better than a Yeti. I've had this thing for years and it sounds quite good as is. It's probably one of the reasons why I don't want to get rid of it at all. And I'm still currently using it because it sounds really good. But yeah, even with filters, it sounds a little bit better, but that's the microphone on the Logitech BRIO. So I have my 3 cameras up. As you can see at the top left-hand corner is the BRIO. At the top right-hand corner is the C910. At the bottom right-hand corner is the C920. You would expect the C910 to be the worst camera. Unfortunately, it's not. It's the C920. It's almost like that Logitech went backwards on that camera. So yeah, the C910 wins for that one. However, the C910 is not true 1080. Most of the software will record it at 720p, including this one right here, which is OBS. Its original software records it at 1080. For some reason, it does not work in the new Logitech capture software. It just doesn't show up. It's almost like Logitech don't give a crap about the C910 anymore, but it's literally a better camera than the C920. And the C920 is the best quality I can get out of it right now. That's with the exposure tweak, that's with the white balance, the sharpness, saturation, contrast, and brightness. Everything has been tweaked to the best it can be. And that goes with all of the cameras here right now. And it's still got that glare on the face. And there's nothing I could do about it unless I turn the exposure even further down, and that's going to cause even more issues where you can't see it at all. There you go. That's all three of them, and you can see that the BRIO is the clear winner. It's got a better range, a view range. I can't even figure out where my hands are right now compared to the other two. But if I would have to pick another camera, it would definitely be the C910, because the C920 just looks like crap. That's my word for it. It just looks bad. It's overexposed. Okay, so I am now in the settings for the C920. I'm going to change the exposure from -5 down. So this is it. It looks pale. I can change the white balance a little bit better. You know, that's literally it. That's as much as I can get out of the camera. Unless I move the exposure even further down, but you know, that's going to make it even worse, as you can see. You're pretty limited with that one. So I want to show you guys what the setup looks like, and so I made this little video clip so you can see it for yourself. There's the tabletop I will be doing all my work on, is I can flip the neck upside down, which allows me to connect my ring light to it. And the camera connects to the ring light, which faces straight down. There's my custom lights right there. The 3 are around the inside of the ring, and the other 2 that are in the middle of the ring. Those custom lights are being controlled by that board. And this control board on this side is for the ring light itself. I can flip the leg up like that. That way I can use it properly. And it stays somewhat level on my desk. I can tilt it. I can do anything I need to. So that helps out a lot. So yeah, this is the setup right here. So I have actually used this camera pointing down, and I have done some projects underneath it. So I want to show you a few little clips of some of the projects I've done. That way you get a rough idea of how I have this thing set up. So I wanted to show off the Logitech capture software. It's not bad. I actually like the layout of it. I like how you can have more than just one camera. You can have 2 on here. Like I said, it does not show the C910, which is plugged in right now. I can definitely tell you that. It is plugged in. You can see it right here. I can turn it on. There it is. Turn it back off. It does not show one bit. I don't know why. I find that very, very annoying. You can actually record your displays. I have 4 monitors. That's why there's 4 displays here. Or I guess whatever else that is on right now. The major issue I don't like about this is the audio. There's no options for the audio at all. We do have RTX voice right now and all my other audio samples, but I want to show you how bad this literally is. So I'm going to record with this to give you a rough idea. Recording with the Logitech capture software, and the video is fine. I like how you can have multiple screens. Well, actually you can have 2 on here, but the audio is just horrible. It's got that tinny sound to it, and there's no options whatsoever that allows you to fix it. So that is a major problem with it. Besides that, That's all they have to fix on it, and it would be perfect. Having it in this state, I just can't see me using it. It works for connecting to like Facebook Messenger. I've noticed that where OBS doesn't work on that, so that's a usable feature for me. But for recording from it, no, it's just really bad for audio sound. As you can tell with OBS versus the Logitech capture software, you can definitely tell that it looks far, far better on OBS than it does on there. Although that their Logitech capture software is pretty good. I do gotta say that I do like the option of having two cameras. I like the option of recording, but the audio just completely wrecks it. It's just not worth recording if your audio sounds really bad. But other than that, I would say that it is a fairly good piece of software. I do like how it connects to Facebook Messenger if I want to video chat with somebody. OBS doesn't do that. I don't know why. You have to use some type of plugin to try to get it to work, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's just better to use the Logitech capture software. I don't know why the C910 doesn't work on there. I find that a bummer because I'd rather use that camera than the C920. As you can tell, that the quality is a lot better on the C910 than the C920. So why? Why not allow it? Yeah, this camera is definitely worth my purchase. I'm definitely going to be using it for soldering videos in the future. Before in the past, I did the 3 cameras and I would zoom in on a larger image of one of the cameras there to show more detail on what I'm trying to solder together, but it's just a mess. I wanted a camera that would be fairly good quality that I can run in OBS and full screen and be able to use my Yeti mic at the same time. It just makes it easier for me to have it like that. But the BRIO camera is definitely what I want to do that with. Sure, it can be a little bit better. I don't like how the lighting is a problem. Like you still see it's a little bit fuzzy here, but it's not bad. The quality is good. It's far better than the other cameras that came in the past. Anyways, I hope you do like this video. Please do subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.